Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you with an Auto World Complete Series video. This set is fantastic. It is a really nice set from Auto World. Unfortunately, it's the only set that we've really got this year. This is 2024 Release 1, and yeah, we're in August, and I'm showing off this set. Now, I did do an unboxing for this set back in, I don't even really remember, but the one thing to remember from it was in that unboxing episode, I pulled an Ultra Raw, and then I subsequently opened up this Ultra Raw in a, I'm going to open $1,000 worth of Auto World video. So if you want to see those two videos, check those out. They are in the Auto World playlist. I highly recommend watching both of them. Both of them are very fun videos to do, and was glad to do it. But as you can see behind you, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ultra Reds. So that is every Ultra Red from this set that we got in the back. The one that was a pain to get was actually the Eclipse, which is kind of funny because I got the Raw right out of the case, and then the Eclipse was really tough to get. Now, I haven't found any of these in stores, okay? I have not found an Ultra Red of this set in store at all. I haven't found an Ultra Red in so long. These are all basically purchased for me from my buddy, Diecast. I've told the story 1,000 times in this channel, but here it is once again. I hub for him here in the U.S. He lives in Romania, but he picks up stuff for me from eBay as kind of a payment for my services, right? So it's a lot of work actually to pack up packages and ship them overseas constantly and get a bunch of stuff shipped to my house. So anyway, he's nice enough to repay me in this way, which is kind of nice because then I don't really have to worry about it. Now, the Ultra Red of this Eclipse is a pain, and we'll start off with it because it's #1 in the set. But it's a pain. This actually had to come from a Canadian eBay seller. I actually had trouble getting the version A car, which kind of looks similar to the Ultra Raw. Now, the Ultra Raw that I got was on a version A card in the case. Therefore, I didn't have a version A in my collection. Now, I found a couple of the version B in black in the store when these first hit stores, but I was never able to find the silver one, the LaSalle silver one. I actually had to go to Etsy is where I found this and where I purchased this car to complete the set. Let's take a quick look at the Raw. It's really cool. I was going to save it for this complete series video to open it, but I decided I caved and I wanted to open it. It was taking too long to get it. But we did open the Raw, and you guys know from watching my channel, I open everything. If you're new to this channel, I open pretty much everything I'm going to keep in my collection unless the card is actually part of why I have it. Okay, if that makes sense. Like if there's an error or something weird like that in Auto World, I probably wouldn't open it because the fact that it's sealed is a huge factor. For me, I like opening everything, and yeah, it might make you cringe for me to open up a Raw, but I got one open. So this car is really cool. This is how it lives in this little plastic case. I've got all my Raws kind of in cases like this, stacked in part of my room. We'll have to do a room tour at some point, but we'll leave this one back there for right now. And I finally get to open up the rest of this set. So we're going to start with the Eclipse in LaSalle Silver. This was actually the last piece I needed to get to complete the set. Was this car, which is kind of funny. And I did message my buddies at Round 2 about this, and my buddy Mike, and he kind of gave me an answer like, they're doing some weird stuff with the cases that have shown up in Walmart. So, and he's not sure if this was a production issue or what exactly was the reason, but cases of Auto World, if you've been lucky enough to get to one and open it, are showing up with 2 of these in each inner instead of an Eclipse. So you're not getting an Eclipse in each inner. So if you find Eclipses right now, I would pick them up because there's less of these made, from what I gather, than any other car in this particular set. So that's why the Ultra Red was such a pain to get. But here you go. Here it is in LaSalle Silver. It is a brand new tooling, brand new casting. This is its debut right here, and it is pretty awesome. I think it's a cool casting. I think it's really neat. I know they're doing the Eagle Talon too, right? I think they are. Again, Auto World, if you're not familiar, metal base, metal body, metal tires, rubber tires, and opening. Typically, they're going to have an opening hood, and they're heavy. They're detailed, the painted detail all over, so nice sharp details that are like mask painted on. It looks like, and they are pretty nice. They roll for those that are concerned about rolling, and all in all, very cool. One of my favorite brands of all time, and arguably my favorite brand of all time. And I always try to get complete sets. So of these, not the Raws. The Raws are, 1 of 10, right? They only make 10 of these. So that's going to be that's something that I don't try to go after really. But if I'm able to get one, it's awesome. Pulling one out of a case was really cool. But really, the Ultra Reds are what I try to get. All right, so then we got this one here in Kalapana Black. And this I was able to find in store. I found a couple of these, so I had a couple extras. And Auto World's really the only brand I really hoard. So like, and we'll get to it because like my favorite one in this set, I've got a lot of, and I'm still buying them anytime I see them. But we'll get to that in a second. But here's the black one. Gloss black. Looks really nice. I think I actually, I don't know. I prefer it, I think, in the silver. The black's cool, though. Really neat. I can't wait to put these in my MassCar case. And I've already made room for the whole set in there. In one of the cases, I had to pull out some green light to make room for this one, for this set. And yeah, I'm stoked to get these on display. So very cool there. So there is the version B, and then of course the Ultra Red. And now when we're looking at the Ultra Red, we can start talking traits. So here's the Ultra Red, and we're going to open it up here. This was found on a version B card. The same card, my Raw was found on a version A. And so this is looking pretty interesting. So right off the bat, this one's a little bit weird looking. Now, you'll notice that Ultra Reds, if you have a lot of them, the paint color on Ultra Reds has not been the same all the way through the years. There's been some differences and some weird kind of like, from set to set. So just looking at this one, for example, it almost looks like the Ultra Red was painted over the silver, which is kind of, because you can kind of almost see it like peeking through. So that's a little weird. So this set, in all, is weird, just for the fact it's been the only one this year, really. So obviously there's been something going on. And then some subsequent sets of Auto World that are coming out later this year are kind of odd because they don't follow the 6-car formula in some of them. So that's a little bit odd. So things are about to get even weirder. But very interesting here. So we got white base. We should see these traits now across all the Ultra Reds. So white base, chrome interior, chrome wheels, you'll notice, because the originals are like just a silver. So chrome wheels, chrome interior, Ultra Red body, white base is what it looks like. We can open up the hood and take a peek in there to see if there's any weird little Easter egg in there, and there's not. And there's that. So you'll notice actually the Raw behind us here actually has the chrome wheels. It has the chrome interior and the white base. So it has basically the same traits, right? The other differences, and we'll get to it, is the other factor in an Ultra Red. They also go after the version A car. And that is not obvious with this one, but it will be obvious once we get to, the Mustang. I think that's where it becomes obvious. All right. Anyway, here's the first car in the set, the Eclipse, new casting, really neat. We'll go ahead and kind of just put these back here, somewhere back there, and kind of set them off to the side. Maybe we want them closer. We've got to make room for all 6 cars here. We'll leave that there. And then we will go ahead on to number 2. Now, number 2 is going to be the Ford F-150 Lariat. So let's grab version A. So here is version A. This is in Leadfoot Gray, which is a very, very dark gray. And it actually is pretty cool looking. This casting, typically, I'm not really into the Ford F-150 so much. This is apparently the first release of the new 2020 F-150 casting with the new front grille and wheels. So there are some differences in this one than there have been in some of the previous ones, right? So let's go ahead and just open that up. And that is a very, very dark gray. And it's actually kind of cool. Rolls really nice, very heavy casting, metal base, metal body. Of course, the painted detail up front, and then the grille that is going to be the 2020 model year. So likely a lot of the casting is the same as the one of the past, but it has a front core that's probably different. I think that's the correct terminology. But this one has the opening hood and an opening tailgate, which I'm actually not going to force the tailgate down. I just like to keep them up just in case. It probably works fine. It probably go down and probably snap back into place fine. I just like to just not risk it. Heavy duty. So there's your version A. Again, not really my thing. The modern trucks is not. It's just not. And then the Magma Red is the version B, and this is a really deep, deep red. And other than that, the trim looks to be the same. So the same kind of little accenting, little add-on there on the sides is the same on this model as they are on the gray one. And there's another look at the grille. And I think the plate, heavy duty, is the same. By the way, the plate on those Eclipses says Eclipse. So nothing really to look at there. But so here's this model right here. And then, of course, actually, I'm going to put these behind this. And then, of course, we need to look at the Ultra Red. And we're going to see the same traits, right? White base underneath here, chrome interior, Ultra Red body. And honestly, like this one. So this one, like, looks... I'm just looking at the paint, right, in comparison. So, like, this one, you can't see any, like, it's like a translucent red. This one looks like it was painted over silver. Okay, so it looks like they painted the bodies of those almost. They put the red right over it. In these particular ones, it almost looks like it's painted right over the raw casting, and you can almost see, it's hard to tell on camera, but in person, you can almost see that raw metal underneath, or maybe that is just a silver. Interesting. One of these days, I got to do another Ultra Red video where we can compare Ultra Reds throughout the years. That would be kind of fun. It'd be a long video, but it would be a good time. But white base, chrome wheels, chrome interior, Ultra Red body. And there's the truck. It looks pretty good like this. I like that it just has black tires. I love when they just do black tires for the Ultra Reds. I think those are the best. And typically the first set of the year is when they'll do the black tires, and then sets after that, they mix up the traits, and then they'll make like white tires or red tires or whatever. It seems like the Target ones nowadays are having red tires, right? Some of the deluxe ones do. Not all of them. I mean, there's just been some, but whatever. Anyway, they switch up the traits, but one thing is they will be consistent throughout a particular set. So that's why we're seeing the same here. All right, the next one is, this casting was very, very popular, all right, as it came out. And now they have been pretty easy to find. And I've got a few of each one, the version A and the version B. So it's a Chevy Silverado 2003, the Cat Eye Chevy. This one is the short box version. They make like a short bed version. They make a long bed version as well. And it was a popular casting. People have been hoarding these things, and now they're coming like 2 to an inner. At least the Walmart ones, from what I understand, have been coming 2 to an inner, and probably the Target ones as well. The cases that have been coming to Target. NK 1021 Texas plate. What does that NK 1021 mean? Does anybody know? let me know in the comments. But the casting is nice. It is pretty cool. I've actually already opened the green one, which is the next one we'll look at. This one is the Victory Red one. Tan interior. We do have an opening hood. See the engine detail. This one also has an opening tailgate, but again, I'm not going to do it. But pretty awesome. I mean, it's a really nice casting. It really is. They gave it side mirrors, which is great, and I think it just looks really, really good. So, let's take a look at the green one. This is in Woodland Green. And it looks pretty darn good as well. So I think they did a great job with this truck casting. This truck casting is way more exciting to me than a Ford F-150, and clearly it is to other people as well, because this casting has not been getting left behind, right? There have been people that have been really, really buying this, snagging these up. And, you know, and I admit, you know, I got bit by the hype for it a little bit, because I did end up getting a few of each. I don't know exactly how many, but a few. And then we've got the Ultra Red. So again, we're going to have the same trait situation where we've got Ultra Red body, a white base, chrome interior, chrome rims. And see, there's the white base. Ultra Red, you can clearly see the chrome interior and the chrome rims. This one might be a little bit hard to spot for those that are amateurs, because both of these cars are red, and there's no red wheel or tires or anything to really throw it off. So you got that chrome interior. That's kind of an obvious trait, right? Because no real car would have a chrome interior, and you know Auto World makes stuff that's supposed to be replicas of real cars and trucks. So chrome interior is not, you know, that should be the dead giveaway, really, even if the paint colors were the same, and of course the white base as well. But anyway, so that's all you got for this one. It's going to be, you know, the same plate, same everything. The thing rolls really nice. Both of these all the trucks really roll nice. They're heavy, and they're on kind of soft rubber tires, so pretty neat. So cool to get this Ultra Red, the truck. Pretty neat, pretty neat, pretty neat. Where should we put these? Let's put these over here. We may have to get the raw out of the way. Set it to the side for right now. Put that truck in there. And the next one. So the next one is the Mustang here. The Petty's Garage Mustang. So we got some cars left over here. So the version A, and this is where the Ultra Reds actually kind of make a little bit more sense, because version A and version B for these cars have pretty different traits. So this is Petty Blue and Black, okay? There's some details there you can read if you'd like. And, of course, the version A, and it is Petty Blue with black on top. Let's go ahead and open it. Petty's Garage. And I'm kind of ignorant to what Petty's Garage is or means. I honestly don't really know, so... But I can tell that they're you know, Richard Petty colors, right? So of course we got an opening hood on this casting. This casting's been around for a bit. Hood doesn't really want to stay shut on this particular version here, which is too bad. Looks like you just like popped the hood a little bit. I like that to catch wind when you're driving. So it looks like we got a Petty's Garage plate. Oh wow. Yeah, the Mustang logo in the front is blue. That's kind of a cool touch. This casting, by the way, there's tooling numbers on all of these. This is casting number 40. And they are like in sequential order. So this is, I don't know, it's pretty neat looking. It's a pretty good version of this car, I suppose. The only thing is this hood not wanting to shut proper, which I don't really know a fix for that. It doesn't look like it's bouncing off of the engine underneath. I don't think that's what's holding it. Maybe it is, actually. Maybe there's a piece up here that's being problematic. Well, I'll have to explore that, or just buy another one, which might be what I end up doing. I don't know. This one seems to be fairly easy to find in stores. We'll set it right there. The version B is kind of like a flip-flop of it, almost. This one is, so it's black as the main color and then blue on top. And here's your other one. So this is a replica of an actual Stage 2 2015 Ford Mustang custom built. Only 43 Stage 2 Mustangs were built in 2015, making them highly collectible. So this is an actual replica. Was the first one an actual replica of one of them? Probably. Also a Petty's Garage plate. It's black with the Petty blue on top. Petty's Garage in the window. The hood is shut perfectly on this one, so we are going to just leave it alone. And pretty nice looking. Not bad at all. All right. Nothing to complain about there. The Mustangs really aren't really my thing either, but it's not bad. Then we got the Ultra Red, which actually looks pretty awesome with these chrome rims and Ultra Red color, and they maintain the black top from version A. So that's right there what gives it away that they go after the version A cars. It's going to be the traits. So even though this is on a version B card, right, it doesn't make a difference. The Ultra Red's the same for both cards. So again, chrome wheels, white base, chrome interior. Oh, that's kind of neat. They left the blue Mustang logo in the front, which actually looks kind of cool. This one's got a little bit of a wonky wheel in the back. That's all right. It's easily fixable. I'm not going to mess with it right now. And overall, it appears the base is actually slightly crooked on this one too. Hopefully I might be able to fix that too. It's just that it's going to have, it has a lean to it. Look at, you can tell. We got higher stance on one side and lowered stance on the other, which is, it's going to just drive in circles. That's something that happens occasionally with some of these, like Johnny Lightning, Greenlight suffers from it too sometimes. And where something it's like flashing usually. Ooh, I might have just got it to pop in. You don't want to mess with it too much, but I did get it to pop in a little bit. But usually like flashing that was left over on like the body piece or something on the inside, and this is pushing up against it, and it just can't close all the way. So when it gets riveted in crooked. Well, it's not really... There's ways to fix this, but it's a pain. Really, without drilling it apart, it's kind of tough. But I could pop the wheels off and try to see where that flashing is. I think on this casting, though, it would be really, really tough to do it. So we'll probably just leave it as it is. I mean, it looks great from this side, a little bit lowered almost, and I like that. And then, of course, this, you can kind of see the wheel well up there because there's definitely something holding this up. So a little bit of a quality issue with that particular one. It happens, unfortunately, but there that is. All right, and we have two castings left, and there's some cool ones. So we'll start with, of course, number 5, which is the 2023 Challenger Hellcat Red Eye Black Ghost Edition in pitch black. I don't know what the deal is with this. The Last Call Black Ghost Edition pays homage to the legendary 70 Challenger RT owned by Detroit police officer Godfrey Qualls. Okay. The Black Ghost was painted black with gator skin vinyl roof. Its lore became almost mythical as it appeared at night to dominate street races before again vanishing into the night. What a dramatic story. I guess it's cool. It's black, so this pays all homage to it, right? So this obviously is not a 1970. But it's pretty cool looking. It's got the wheels that were used on the square body Chevys when those came out. And which are the same wheels, and I have to do it now. And the best part about doing my videos in my diecast room is that I have access to everything that's in the cases that I can see, and I can walk over here where you can't see me walk, and grab that. So this is the maybe one of the first. It might be the first casting from Auto World. I think it is actually. Tooling number 1. There it is, 164-001. You can see it's a Challenger wide body, and this was from the True LE line. This is what Auto World was going to be kind of originally. It was these more expensive cars. It was an interesting concept. We don't really need to get all the way into it, but the toolings for these have been destroyed. Okay, they made a truly limited run where they developed the tooling, sold a set amount of cars, and then destroyed the tooling. And each car that was made had a little sliver or shaving of the actual metal tooling packaged with it. Interesting concept, but I don't think it's a great business model considering the fact that you're just destroying a tooling that you spent all this time developing and then vowing never to make the car again. And so it's like one and done. I get the concept, and I'm sure, it's kind of neat, but these were expensive, right? They had to be. By today's standards, probably not. They were like $20 a car. And by today's standards, people probably would spend the money on that stuff. But I'd rather have you just be able to make it, in as many colors as you want. And this came in 4 colors. It was a silver, an orange, and a white, I believe. So, and this black. Anyway, the reason why we pulled this out, though, was the wheels. So see the wheels there? See the wheels here. Same thing, same tooling, right? So they used these, actually, on the square body Chevy, too, when it first came out. They were using these wheels. So I had to get that out for you. Kind of similar, right? Kind of neat. You can see the difference. This one had inserted headlights and stuff and all that jazz. So really neat. So there's your snake skin or whatever it was, alligator skin, whatever it was. All right, moving on. We have to. This is the 2023 Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye in a 14 color wrap, custom 14 color wrap. So this is the paint chip CUDA that appeared in the 1970 Plymouth brochure, showing all 25 colors. So, and teaming up with CG Detroit, Dodge offered a custom wrap that could be applied to any 2023 Challenger with all 14 high impact colors. So another homage, right, to a classic Challenger. And this one, when it first dropped, I think was pretty popular too. And it is wrapped. It is literally wrapped. And now, I mean, I have to, the CUDA, the paint chip CUDA, what are they talking about? Well, Auto World released that as well a time ago. And I have that. And I have to show it to you because I've got it. And then I also have to show you the Ultra Red of that, which made the Ultra Red of this car today that we're looking at, that we're going to open, a little bit disappointing because I wish they would have made this the version A, because then we'd have an Ultra Red that would look like the Ultra Red there with all different shades of pink, or red and pink. One of the coolest Ultra Reds ever. It's pretty darn neat. So this was that Ultra Red of this, and pretty cool. So I had to show you that. Sorry, we're going on way tangents here, and I apologize, but this is fun for me because I'm an Auto World nerd. Wrapped, we got on this one. So this one actually has a difference in the plate, too. Black Ghost and wrapped. I love when they do version A and version Bs like this that are not really related. These are just both special edition kind of Challengers, you could say. And I think they're pretty awesome. So this paint swatch one, I really like it. I got a few of them. I did. I bought a couple. And you can tell it's like got a wrapped look to it, too. It's like a total all-around decal. It's the same thing with this one. They didn't actually paint it. It's wrapped. So this would be the one from the actual brochure, right, that they made a replica of many years ago, actually. I think it was, what was that one? 2018. 2018, I think, 2018 Premium Release 3 is where you can find that color swatch one, and it's hard to find because they're pretty limited. All right, I'll move these to the back real quick and take a peek at the Ultra Red. And here is our Ultra Red. Very, very cool. Premium Release 1 version A card is where we found this on. But, like, again, it doesn't matter. I'm opening it up here. Does not matter whether you find it on version A or version B. And Black Ghost on the plate. It's got the skin on the top. What was it? Gator skin vinyl. Yeah. Black. Gator skin. Yeah. And, of course, Ultra Red. We got the same trait. So, chrome interior, chrome wheels. White base, Ultra Red body. Version A traits. And it looks pretty decent. All right. Set that in the back. And lastly, we're getting to my favorite in the set, and that is the Pontiac Firebird Bobcat. And it is really cool. All right, so this is the Royal Bobcat, Pontiac Firebird Royal Bobcat, in the Royal, like, Bobcat kind of vintage racing stock car livery kind of thing going on. This Firebird, this was raced in the 1969 season as sponsored super stock to promote the business at Royal Pontiac dealership. It's in carousel red, but that is orange to me. Looks orange to me, but it's red. So I don't know. And then in 1970, the Royal Racing Team was sold to George DeLorean, who owned Leader Automotive. So that's pretty interesting as well. So 1969, Pontiac Firebird Royal Bobcat. I have like almost a dozen of these because I can't, anytime I see this, I pick it up. But I just think it looks so cool. But here it is, Royal Bobcat, Firebird, Royal. This is one of the earlier Auto World castings as well. What is the tooling number on this one? 14. So opening hood, there we go. Engine detail in there, you can kind of see. Really nice casting, though. Really awesome. And I just think this thing is so sick. And that makes the Ultra Red so sick, too. I would love to get a raw of this. That would be something else. And then the version B is an antique gold poly, which is actually a really nice looking one, too. And it's still the 69 Pontiac Firebird Royal Bobcat. And this kind of gives you some more information about Royal Pontiac. So, pretty nifty. And we're going to open this one up. So, talk about a difference between version A and version B. Pretty neat. Royal on the plate. Same plate. Just a wildly different look, right? Pretty nifty. Now this one, I'm so glad that they used the version A to do the Ultra Red, because then we got this, which is going to be possibly kind of an all-timer for me. I really like this Ultra Red. I think this looks absolutely fantastic. Got the Ultra Red paint, white base, chrome wheels, which are chrome on this car anyway, and then the chrome interior. And just simply a killer looking red. Really cool. I wouldn't mind getting a duplicate of this, getting a double, getting a triple, getting a quadruple. I don't know. I think this is horrible. I just really, really like it. And that's why I have, I think, like 10 of these now. 10 of these orange ones. And it's not like I've prevented anyone else locally from getting them, because I've never been really first to the case, and these have kind of shown up a lot at Walmart, and people are leaving it behind. So I'm not gonna let it be left behind. I'm gonna grab it, right? I'm not the first person to the case, and someone else has already had their chance. They leave it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna let you sit on the pegs. You're coming home with me. At this point, it's kind of become a challenge. I'm just going to see how many I can end up grabbing. And now I got my buddy Jay looking for them for me too, so pretty nifty. I should probably get an extra or two of this one too. probably should. And then I probably should replace this one. If I can't fix this hood, I might replace it. Maybe my boys at Round 2 could replace it for me. No, they won't do that. All right. But there it is. This is your 2024 release one, and really the only release from Auto World this year. We had to look at a couple of extra cars here on the side as well. So that was fun. 35 minutes just to look at essentially 6 cars and 3 different colors is what we've done here today. So hopefully you've hung on, and hopefully I've made it interesting enough. That being said, we should probably hang it up here real quick because it's a long video. All right, I do appreciate you guys watching. Some Auto World nerdness going on, and I love it. I love them. All right, so thank you guys. You have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.